Okay, review for Red Sonja. I just watched this and I wanted to like this movie. Um, I like Robert. I like Conan. I've read some of the short stories. I like Robert E. Howard, but man, this was just bad. This was bad. This is not a good movie. It's it's too bad because I think that the lead actress Matilda Lutz, I think she's okay. Um, she definitely has the look. She's really good in this movie, Revenge. It's a French movie. That is an incredible movie. But in this, I don't know. She's felt a little flat, but I can't really blame her because the script is terrible. I just didn't like what was going on. It just seemed like for a while nothing was happening, and I hate the guy who plays the Emperor, and I know that's the point, is you're supposed to hate him, but I didn't like him at all. I didn't like the actor. He's just whiny, cowardly, pathetic emperor. And I don't even know how he became emperor. I don't even buy that. Like, I know in modern Hollywood, they like to portray kings and emperors of old as like weak and pathetic, and they're cowards. I mean, you go back 1,000 years, a lot of kings. I mean, and I mean Caesar, he's an emperor. Julius Caesar, he's not a coward. He knows how to wield a sword. He's a great tactician. Um, Incredible military mind, and he commands respect. This guy commands no respect. I mean, you go back to some of the kings of England of old. Not talking about modern England and their kings and queens, but go back 1,000 years. A lot of them were badasses, and they're in the battle. They're fighting because they had to win the respect of their men. They had to. Uh, the men had to see a reason why they're king or emperor, whatever. So it's just I don't even buy he would become emperor. He's pathetic. He's little. He's skinny. He lets. I mean, one of his this woman with white hair, who I guess has schizophrenia because she like hears ghosts and see them, and it's the people she's killed. So she's nuts, and he he's kind of like her. She's his sword basically. And yeah, man. So I mean, I don't even buy that he could become emperor, and he supposedly killed the king before him. And how this guy weighs nothing. And throughout the movie, I'm just like, why don't his men just overthrow him? I don't even get why. I guess he's smart though, because they have like electricity because he has this magical machine from this book. So I guess that's what he has going for him. It's terrible. Every scene with him, I hated. Even his right hand, which is this attractive blonde lady with white hair. Didn't really like what was going on there. He has this general that's this giant monkey man. Like literally, he's like a monkey man. Which may be in the book. I don't know. Books. I haven't read them all. Especially anything Red Sonja. I think mainly the portrayal of Red Sonja in the modern mind comes from the comic books, though, not really from his. Because I think if I'm correct, the Red Sonja from his books, she was more of like a swashbuckler, like on a pirate ships, like pirate. So I don't even think she was really connected to Conan. I don't know, but since the '70s and there was Marvel Comics, I think it's kind of been reimagined. But she's kind of like a female Conan, and she has like the same origin story as him too in this movie. Um, Man, I just felt this movie it didn't work. I don't know if they needed a bigger budget. but it was a huge bomb. They set up a sequel, which is laughable. It's not gonna happen. I mean, kind of liked at the end. She basically mentioned Conan without mentioning him. That was cool. She said there's this king that we should meet up with, and basically it's Conan. But they don't show Conan, of course. But it's just too bad that maybe in the late '90s Arnold should have done a King Conan movie. Man, I know he hates the sequel to Conan, but it's not that bad. Conan the Destroyer isn't that bad of a movie, in my opinion. It's not as good as the original. The original is way better. Great direction by Milius, and the script's better on the original. But there's things about the sequel I like. Like I kind of like that. It's like that crystal palace that's like on an island and in the middle of a lake. I kind of like that. I like all that. So there's some good things about it, but he was kind of forced to do the movie, I think, because he had a contract. He didn't really want to do it, and then he was kind of forced to have a cameo in Red Sonja, even though it's not even the same character, which is really weird and hilarious. Because I think they lost the rights to Conan by then. But that movie's bad too. I mean, compare that and this. I don't know which one's worse. I don't know. This movie's just boring. Not that much is happening. Basically, right away, she's captured and she's in this. And this is all spoilers. Spoilers. Unless you're a huge fan, I would not recommend the movie. There's a lot of bad CGI. You could tell that they're trying to be ambitious, but they just don't have the money. But right away, she's like captured and taken to this camp in the capital city where there's an arena, kind of like the Coliseum. One thing I thought was a cool idea for the Coliseum though is it's like a half Coliseum, and then there's a cliff, like a giant cliff, so people could fall off it. And I thought that was kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. So I'll give the movie some props. Um, but yeah, she's in this camp for it seemed like forever. The movie's not even that long. And she's talking to these other fighters and they're joking, and I don't know why we're supposed to like these people. I don't like them. I don't care about them. She instantly cares about them. And that's another problem I have with the movie. She has no flaws. There's no flaws for this character. She's the best of people. She wants to fight, the rebellion. She wants to free everyone. She wants to be nice to everyone. It's like she's just perfect. And it's like I don't even buy it. That's not how Conan is. He's not a perfect guy. He's not like evil, but like, he's out for himself. He's a thief. She has no flaws though. She's just perfect. I mean, she does lose some battles though, so she's not like the ultimate fighter, but yeah, and she's in this pit forever with these people I don't care about. She tries to escape, they catch her, they put her into the Coliseum, and they want her to fight one of her uh now friends, even though she just met these people like 5 minutes ago. She's like, no, I will not fight. It's like, I want to fight you, Emperor. And then they just kill the lady. And then she's like, no. And then her husband is off, locked away, and he's very sad. And I was like, why do we care about these people? I don't know why. Robert Shaheen as the Emperor. I'm sorry, I did not like his performance at all. I think he's maybe the worst part of this movie. At least Matilda Lutz, I like her. She's good in Revenge. Check that movie out if you haven't. That's a great action movie. But yeah, and then the Emperor becomes obsessed with her for some reason, Red Sonja, and he doesn't want to kill her really. He just wants her to kill for his pleasure. Then they bring in a Cyclops, which looks terrible. CGI, and it has like this collar thing strapped to it that is mind controlling it. She rips it off. She tells the Cyclops that he's the enemy. Kind of like that part. He just rushes in and destroys what the guy's in and kills a bunch of his nobles, and he barely survives. And then I was just like, why doesn't like his general just kill him? But I don't know. You know, maybe he has gold stashed somewhere and he's paying him or something. But because he certainly cannot defend himself, and he barely survives. And then she's going on about, I will free you all, and it's like, what is she, William Wallace? It's like, it's ridiculous. And then there's this plot where he's tearing down the forest and creating machines, and it's like, what is this, Lord of the Rings? Like, where were the Ents? That's what I was thinking when the forest is being torn down. Like, where's the Ents? Why aren't they getting pissed off? Um, yeah, I mean, they did build that fort. It looked like that wooden fort, so that's kind of cool. I think they actually built that. I think they filmed this in Eastern Europe somewhere. Um, so that was kind of cool. There's a fight with the white-haired woman. She sticks a sword all the way through her. Would have killed her, but magically her horse shows up, who she really loves, her horse. She gets on the horse. It takes her to this magical lake with this tree that's, it's kind of like what you see like in Game of Thrones with the old gods. And it magically heals her. And it's just ridiculous. And then in the end, the Emperor, I think he's like her brother. And he's looking for this book. He has half of the book, and he's looking for the other half. And he finally gets it by killing this priestess lady. And then he doesn't like what's in the other half of the book. He's like, this is worthless. It's all just about medicine and some other things. And it's like, how is that worthless? How is like medicine, when you have little to none, worthless? But the other half of the book is really good, and he translated it, and it allows him to basically create electricity with this like machine that's terrible CGI. I'm sorry, I wanted to like this movie, I did, but I just didn't. You do me a favor, smash that like button. That'd be great. It really helps the channel. And there's a bunch of side characters you don't care about. I don't even know their names. One of the guys is called, he's like, I've never been touched. And it's just like, what? What am I watching? And like, then I think he's got kind of a romance with her, and I think she kisses him, and then she's like, now you've been touched. And you think he's dead, and but he falls off the cliff at the Coliseum. But no, I knew he wasn't. I was like, I call it. He's not dead, and he's not dead. He walks right up. And then there's this other guy who she knew as a child because they're part of this tribe, and she sends him off to do something. They capture him. They kill him. They cut his head off. So she's super pissed at the Emperor again. And in the end, she doesn't even kill the Emperor like the white-haired lady does, because basically the Emperor's like she wants to be the Empress, and then he's like, basically, no, like, you're crazy, and I don't want to share my kingdom with anyone. It's like, well, you'd still be the Emperor. I mean, you'd still be in charge, but okay. And then she kills him, but then he kills her at the same time with a dagger. And then he's, scurries away, runs away like the little bitch he is, and dies in the forest. And Red Sonja doesn't kill him because she's so morally good. She's so morally perfect about everything. She would not do such a thing to kill whatever. It's just like, dude, you got to have a character that has some flaws, otherwise it's not interesting. You know, like Superman has flaws. I mean, come on, Batman has flaws. Come on, it's just basic storytelling. So yeah, and it bombed. And I was trying to find what the budget was, but I don't know. It's got to be like 15 million or something. But at least they put her in the chainmail bikini. I guess, you know. I'll give the movie that, because that's what people think of when they think of Red Sonja. So I'll give the movie that. It got a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've watched a few reviews of this. No, I don't know. I don't think anyone really liked this movie. Flashbacks to trauma, re-entraining montages, forest uprising finale. Feels like a pilot for a series. Yeah, yeah, I'd agree. No Arnold cameo, of course. Doesn't really matter. I just wish you got a King Conan movie, but oh well. So yeah, I thought it was pretty bad, but that's about it though. See you next time.